Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like your bolsters and blocks. Let's just take a minute here to sit, to ground, to notice our body. To notice our energy level, to notice our mind and our heart. Once we are able to notice, we improve our consciousness and awareness. So that we can fully live each present moment. You may wish to set an intention for your practice and keep that intention in your heart as we journey together in this Yin Yoga practice. Can you please place the soles of your feet in front of you? Create a diamond shape with the legs. Try to support your knees. If they are flying off the mat, you can place blocks, pillows. Try to support your bones fully. See if it would help for you to sit on a bolster to try to lift the hips and tilt the hips forward as we will bend towards our feet. We can place our hands on the mat or maybe the forearms. You can move your hips further back. You can move your heels away from you. See how you can naturally fold forward and come down. Without pulling yourself, without pushing yourself. Finding your edge effortlessly. Just surrendering to this butterfly shape. Allowing your muscles to relax. Allowing curves as it comes. Notice the spine rounding, the neck relaxing. See if you can support your forehead with a prop. See if you can find this sweet spot wherein you can be still and sustain the pose without moving. Without moving would be defined as stillness. In relaxation. Not being stiff, not trying hard to be still, rather surrendering and letting go. Try to detach yourself from any attached expectations. A lot of times it's the attachment that leads to suffering. It's attachment that feeds the ego. It's attachment that burns out the mind and the heart. As you stay here in this butterfly shape, as we open up the tissues of your inner legs and the tissues in your lower back, middle back, and shoulders, we try to use this time to detach from our pressures, from our roles, from our material wants and desires, so that we can connect within. Take an inhale. We'll slowly walk our hands closer to us. We're going to place the props aside, and then vertebrae by vertebrae we will make our way to lie down on our back. We'll just relax the spine for a few moments. Rest the arms beside you, rest the legs. Feel the release. Enjoy being here. To rebound and allow your body to heal. Can you notice your breath? Can you notice the sensations in your body? Can you observe the mind? And can you feel your heart? Can you bend the knees and hug the knees to your chest? Can you bring your arms out to the sides and gently allow your knees to come down on the right side? You can support your knees with props. You can gaze towards the left shoulder. We are lucky we can breathe without any life support, with any of those interventions like respirators that thousands need to be able to breathe in this way in the present moment. A lot of times we take our breath for granted, just assuming that the next one will come. The healthiest of human emotions is gratitude. So it's good to start our practice with that gratitude in our hearts, finding something good. trying to reframe any negative situation, seeing what is positive, what are the hidden gifts of the present moment to us. Slowly bring the arms beside you, bring the knees back to center, hug the knees to the chest. Can you gently place the legs now on the left side? Bring the arms to the sides like a letter T and then gaze towards the right shoulder. Feel the space on the sides of your body. Feel the massage happening in your digestive system. Notice with this twist how we can remove kinks and other buildup throughout your back. Slowly bring the knees back to center and we'll hug the knees to the chest. Can you bring the right arm up? Allow the knees to come down on the right side. We will come into a fetal position. And when you're ready, use your left hand to push your body to come up. We will come into our child's pose, swinging the legs, spreading your knees, sitting on your heels. You can place a bolster in between the buttocks and your heels and just rest here. Allow your spine to round. Feel gravity pulling you downwards. Feel the healthy stress on the hips. Feel the space for your belly. Feel the stress on the joints, the ligaments of the legs. Slowly, can you lift the hips up? Can you come into your all fours? Can you lift the right arm up? Try to reach for the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're going to thread that right arm under your body, under the left arm, and until your right shoulder, touches the mat, the outer right shoulder, the right temple. Notice this rotation. You can walk your hands forward. You can also place a bolster or a block under the right temple. Or right ear. Continue to just keep your hips up and feel this rotation, feel this space. If it's too much for you to raise the left arm up, you can just gently place the left arm behind your back. The top of the left hand touching your back and the elbows bent. Or if it feels accessible to you, you can try to place the left hand on the inner right thigh. Notice how you're able to release the shoulders in this pose, how you're able to give a very good rotation for your spine. On your next breath, slowly place the left hand beside the head, and then try to apply your weight on the left hand as you push your body to come up. And then we're going to try to bring the hips back, sit on the heels again, rest our forehead briefly into our child's pose. Take an inhale. Can you lift your hips up? Come into your all fours as you slowly step the right foot in between your hands. Can you slide the left leg further back? Can you see if you can bend that left leg? Bring the left heel closer to your palm. Can you try to keep your left hand on the mat? Lift the right arm and try to face towards the right side. And see if your right hand can try to reach for the inner left foot. We come into this twisted dragon pose. Try to relax your face. Try to relax your neck. I know this isn't a comfortable pose. It's quite challenging, but with a bit of sacrifice, there's a lot of benefits that this pose can give you. The healthy stress for your quads, hip flexors, that acupressure that's being given to your stomach and spleen meridian that would help you in digestion, in improving your ability to store water, food that you take in, and distribute the nutrients properly to your body. Notice how this helps release tension. Try to give you a nice full body stretch. Try to relax your face. Try to relax the shoulders. You can adjust if needed. You can gaze towards the right shoulders or towards the right side. Wherever your neck is relaxed. Slowly we'll let go of the left foot. We'll place our hands on the mat. We'll need 2 blocks for the next pose. So try to push those blocks behind you. Now walk the hands closer to you. Try to move the hips back. And we're going to try to sit on the mat with a left leg bent, with a left ankle beside the left hip. You can move the legs, you can move the hips if needed. You can also support your left foot with a blanket or a towel just to give a bit of cushion there. Now you can keep your right knee bent. This is the easier way to come into this half saddle shape. Or if it's accessible to you, you can slowly slide the right heel away from you. Please grab your blocks. Can you place them behind you? Crosswise. The block that is closer to you, your bra strap for the ladies or the nipple area for the guys, that thoracic spine will try to land on that block closer to you. And then your head will be supported by the block that is away from you. So see now, you can do trial and error. Place the hands behind you, the forearms on the mat. See if you can rest the middle spine on that block. And then see if you can come down, support your head with the other block. You can place your arms beside you, or like a letter T, or up and overhead. And just feel and notice how we're applying very, very healthy stress to multiple points of your body. The left ankle is being opened up. You're enjoying very good stress for the knees on its full folded flexion. There's also that stress in front of the left thigh, our target area for this pose. And your spine is placed in a beautiful arc, a back bend that reverses the effect of slouching and rounding our back. Notice how it also opens up the arms, the chest. Try to relax your neck. You can lift the head and try to reposition the head, the skull, if there's tension unnecessarily being carried on the neck. Try to direct compassion and kindness into those areas that you feel tension, tightness. Direct your breath as well as healing energy to these areas. Slowly bring the arms beside you. And then we'll gently try to come out of this pose by coming down on your right side. Do it gently. Slowly straighten the left leg. And then make your way to lie down on your back. We'll rest the tissues that we worked on. Extend your legs. Place the arms beside you. Allow your body to rebound. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Feel the weight of your bones and gravity pulling you into the earth, grounding you, centering you. Peace outside of us in our environment has a process that may not happen instantly. But when we bring ourselves into mindfulness practices, we can connect to peace wherever we are, whatever time it is. Can you bend the knees, step your feet on the mat, and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Feel the release on the hips. And when the knees are on the left side, just keep the knees there and try to face towards the left side using your left arm as your pillow. And then use your right hand, push your body to come up into all fours. Can you lift your left arm up? Thread that left arm under your body and towards the right side until the outside of the left shoulder touches the mat, and maybe even the sides of the temple. If you need support, you can try to place a bolster under the left ear or left shoulder. Can you walk your right hand forward? Notice if you feel space on the right side of your body and the rotation in the spine. Notice if this is comfortable for you, or maybe it might be better if you just bring your right arm closer to you, Place your right hand behind you with the top of your right hand touching the lower back. Maybe the right hand can reach for the inner left thigh. Continue to notice your breath. Continue to notice your mind. Reliving and rewinding the past just makes us use the present moment to stay stuck in the events of the past, while bringing our minds into the future uses the present moment to try to preconceive the future that may not happen in the exact way that we're thinking. We have always been taught that tomorrow brings its own set of problems. And the energy that we are given is sufficient for all the problems of the day. It is a reminder to live in the present moment. Just take a breath and slowly place that right hand beside your face. Energize the right hand as you push your body to come up. And then slowly we will come into our child's pose, bringing the heels closer, bringing the hips closer to the heels, and resting our forehead on the mat, allowing our shoulders to rebound, resting our spine. The current crisis that we are all going through has been such a big teacher in non-attachment. The more attached that we have, the more attachment that we have on possessions, material things, the more we will suffer in the present moment. With all the uncertainty, all of the things that are taken away from us, maybe we can remind ourselves that even with this situation, it's possible to rise and pick ourselves up. Slowly lift the hips up, come into your all fours. Can you step your left foot in between the hands? Can you keep your right hand on the mat? Can you bend the right knee, bring the right heel closer to your palm? And can you swing your left arm to the left side and try to reach for the inner right foot? We come into our twisted dragon on the other side. Feel the stress, the stretch in front of the right thigh. Relax your face. Relax the neck. lower the intensity at which you initially were thinking of coming into this pose. Just try to feel the subtle sensations. Maybe feel the heartbeat on the veins on the palm of your hands. Maybe even the top of your right foot. Notice the stretch in the right quads, the right hip flexors. On your next breath, slowly allow the right foot to come down on the mat. Place your hands on the mat. Gently walk the hands closer to you. We'll need 2 blocks again for this next pose. Excuse me, Pepper. As you slowly walk the hands closer to you, we're going to try to bring our hips closer to the mat and sit on the inside of that right ankle. So 2 options with the left leg. You can keep your left leg straight, or the more accessible position would be with your left knee bent and your left foot stepping on the mat. Can you try to grab your blocks, place them behind you crosswise? The block that is closer to you, it will support the bra strap for the ladies, that area, the thoracic spine, and for the guys, right beneath the nipple area. And the block that is away from you will be supporting your skull. So see if you can come down on your forearms. See if you can rest the middle back on that block and the head as well. You can bring your arms beside you or up and overhead. You can place a prop under the arms for support. Notice any adjustment that the body needs. Notice the good stress on the joints that aims to strengthen and lubricate these tissues. Support the rebuilding of tissues. Improve your range of motion. And mobility. Notice the space that you have been able to create. Acknowledge the stiffness, the tightness, especially in front of the right thigh, especially in the tissues in the back, as we strengthen these areas. We may not be able to control events around us, what other people will do. But through cultivating mindfulness and heartfulness, we would be in a better position to control what we do, how we choose to feel, how to turn negative into positive, how to find solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Slowly bring the arms beside you. We'll gently come out of the pose by leaning on the left side, coming into a fetal position as we straighten the right leg, and then make our way to lie down on our back to rest the tissues that we worked on. Try to allow our body to heal. Luck is created by the things that we do, the thoughts that we create. The awareness of luck and how good things are happening to us, the consciousness of what is positive, what are bright spots. Luck is all around us. Sometimes it just passes us by. It's up to us to see it through awareness. Luck also works with hard work, with showing up, with sharing ourselves, our talents, our gifts, with bringing our skills out into the arena. Using all our internal resources to try to capitalize on all the external luck. Slowly step the feet on the mat. We'll windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Can you hug the knees to your chest? Can you bring the knees closer to the armpits? Try to bend the knees. Grab onto the outer soles of your feet. Or maybe the inner soles of the feet. Or maybe even the heels. Or the toes, whichever you can reach as you come into your happy baby pose. Even the shins or the ankles. Feel the stretch on the inner legs. Notice how we've been applying very good stress to the spine, to the hips. Feel the energy flow in your body. You can move from side to side. You can try to stretch the legs, bringing the left knee closer to you, extending the right leg out to the sides. And then you can do that on the other leg, bringing the right knee closer to you, extending the left leg out to the sides. You can also extend both legs out to the sides, create that letter V shape. Feel the stress at the back of your legs. Feel the stress on the inner legs. And then release and hug the knees to your chest. Come into this lying down child's pose. We did child's pose earlier. Notice how this child's pose is easier on the knees, no pressure on the knees. But you feel that compression on the hips. Can you slowly bring the arms out to the sides and allow your knees to come down on the right side? We'll come into a twist. You can support your knees with props. You can keep your arms out to the sides or up and overhead. You can grab opposite elbows. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder. Feel the openness on the sides of the body. Notice the space that you have been able to create on the sides of the spine through all the twists that we have done. Try to relax. Try to find softness. Let go of what does not serve you. Just detach. Just release. And breathe. Slowly bring the arms beside you and allow your knees to come back to center and hug the knees to your chest. Can you bring the legs down on the left side? Come into this recline twist on the other side. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. You can bring your arms up overhead. Just relax here. When you detach consciously, you can focus on the more essential things in your life. You can be more conscious of the choices, the priorities, where you place your attention, your time and your life. Sometimes what helps with detachment is acceptance. Acceptance does not mean resigning ourselves to the situation and being helpless. Acceptance just means acknowledging that we are going through a challenging time with full awareness and mindfulness. Detaching to any result or outcome with compassion. Just allowing ourselves to experience what is to come with that peace within that would allow us to navigate through any event, positive, negative, easy or difficult. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Allow the knees to come back to center. Hug your knees and then release the legs, symbolic of detachment. Placing the feet as wide as your mat, your arms beside you, palms facing up. Truly letting go in this dead man's pose as we all rest in our Savasana. Gently bring awareness back into your body. Gently introduce movements to your fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles and wrists. And bring the arms up overhead. Bring the legs together. Point the toes. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Can you bend your knees and allow your knees to come down on the left side? Use your left arm as your pillow. And then when you're ready, use your right hand to push your body to come up. Come into a comfortable seated position as we seal our practice. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for your trust, for your time. I truly appreciate it, and I wish you an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, protection, all the good things to flow into your lives, into your hearts, and into your homes. Please stay safe. Please stay strong. Namaste.